In tonight's video, we're going to look at 10 UFO photos you probably have never seen before. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to jump straight into today's video. I'm going to show you 10 photos you probably have never seen before. This is going to be one here. I'll show the photo and then I'll kind of zoom in a little bit and have a little location for them and also the dates of when these photos were taken. This one was taken by a pilot. Here's going to be another one too. Now they're not just all taken here in the United States. So you guys, a lot of people say that a lot of the UFO photos are taken here in the United States, but these are taken all over the world. And you guys see some of the dates in them. Some of these shapes look very weird and very odd, but there's a couple of them that are going to resemble some of the craft that we've seen probably in the 70s, 80s, and even today, like this next one. See, this was taken in 1973, but that looks something like Starlink, doesn't it? If you guys are familiar with that, this is, of course, during the day. I don't think I've ever seen Starlink during the day, but this photo right here kind of reminds me of that. You guys see those lights across the sky there with it. I don't know if it's several or just one UFO there or not. Here's going to be another one. This one's pretty interesting. This looks kind of like the top hat, I believe, in Bob Lazar said that he saw, and it looks like some of the shape of some of the craft that Billy Meyer even saw himself. Now this next photo looks just like that one, but they were able to capture 3 photos of this craft. And you guys see there, taken in 1975. And this looks similar to the previous photo. And this does look like, I have to beat a dead horse, but Bob Lazar did say he did see one that looked kind of like a top hat. And maybe this was one of the crafts that he saw that was in Area 51 and one of those bay doors that were open. And of course, seeing luminous UFOs, we've seen this before. This was taken in 1997. I wish the picture was a little bit clearer, but this one was obviously taken at night. And here's going to be another one in 1975 again. And I do believe, and a lot of you guys are agreeing with me, it was a lot harder to fake a lot of these photos back in the 60s, 70s, and even early 80s. So a lot of these are probably man-made stuff. They could be ARVs, alien reproduction vehicles, we don't know. But here's one from 1937. Look at that. My first time seeing something like this, especially a photo this old. Here's going to be one from January 2008. I tried to make out the shape of this craft. I couldn't tell if it was triangular or not, but you can definitely see at least 6 lights, maybe more on the back of it. And here's going to be another one from 1958. This looks triangular shape. It's kind of hard to make out, but of course, it being an older photo, it's a little bit harder to fake some of this stuff. So these are going to be 10 photos you probably have never seen before. Now, you guys know I have a lot of videos on my channel, a lot of UFO photos, videos, and stuff like that. This is going to be no exception. This one's actually taken over 25, 30 years ago. And this one reminds me, I'll show you guys a quick video clip of the Homestead Now video where they capture something very similar. And this one seems to have just U-shaped lights or horseshoe-shaped lights underneath it. And I talk about this on the channel. I don't know who took this photo, but it was put out there, and the information I showed when the photo popped up was all I have for it. But this is stuff that's pretty interesting. You may or may not have seen this, but this wasn't, of course, included in that top 10 that you may not have seen. There's also a color version of this too. And that's going to come up in just a second. There it is there. Now, I mentioned that someone saw something similar recently. And here's going to be something that was taken. I think this was early 2000 when this photo was taken. He took, I think it might have been 3 or 4 photos of this craft flying in front of or over his house. And those are some pretty bright lights. I've never seen lights this bright on a UFO before. And the funny thing is that the guy that took this, they weren't into all this. They just happened to set up a camera outside, and this is what his camera took photos of. And there it is there. And here he is talking with his daughters and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Some of the people that capture some of the best photos are the ones that are not actually out looking for it. And he's going to be another one out. This observer said they were out and they took a photo from a far distance. And when they got home, they zoomed in on what they saw, something in the background. And this is what they see here. And of course, this is being enlarged so you guys can see it. And this is probably one of the clearest UFO photos I've ever seen before. I did talk about this on my channel maybe over a year ago, but this is stuff I just wanted to kind of revisit and show to you guys in case you've seen or heard any information about this. Of course, put it down in the comments. But it's hard to look at some of this stuff and deny that they didn't see something out there. Some people did speculate that this could have been a kite or something like that, or some type of drone, but I have never seen a drone or a kite like this. And the person that took it, after they took the photo, this particular craft, or what they saw as a dot, was no longer there. So maybe they snapped this one photo and that was it, and the craft flew away. And probably one of the most interesting ones is going to be Paul Villa. He captured photos back in 1963, and if I recall the whole story, he's a UFO contactee. So if you guys want to see a full documentary I can do on this, put it down in the comments, because I have a couple things I want to cover between him, Billy Meyer, and then several other contactees, especially from the 40s up until the 70s and 80s, and then talk about some of the people that are claiming to be contactees nowadays as well. But these are some of the clearest photos too. Now, of course, these are not included in the top 10, but I definitely wanted to show this to you guys because I don't think a lot of you have seen some of these. And if you have, comment down the photos if you've heard any other information about this, because as I get these documentary and stuff together and trying to backtrack and find out if I can find any interviews that he's done, because he does have a couple of videos out there, I'll see what I can put out there for this, because it could be several things with this. But let me know in the comments if you guys want to see stuff like that on the channel, because some of these photos are really amazing. You even got a book and stuff about it. So anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. See you in the next video. Appreciate you watching.